Hello everyone, I hope you're all having an amazing day. So as you saw by the thumbnail, I'll be telling you guys the best car you can get, the best manual car you can get in 2025. And before I tell you guys that, be sure to subscribe if you're new here. I post weekly videos and every single day I post a new short for you guys. So yeah, in a second I'll show you guys what car I have. Oh, let me get in my car. Oops, I think I showed you what it is. So as you can see, it is a 2024 Honda Civic Si, the best car ever, and it's awesome. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'll be showing you guys a lot of things I love about this car and why you should get this car for your first ever manual. So yeah, let's get into the video. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. It's super clean, it has nice matte black rims, it's all stock besides the emblems. You got one right here, the red one on the steering wheel, and then one in the back. But this car looks phenomenal. I love it. It's a fantastic first car, and I'll be talking about more why this is a beginner friendly car and it's a car for everyone, and why you guys should get it if you have the money. So now I'll go into the first thing of why I think this is the best beginner friendly manual that anyone can have. Okay, so first off, when we actually entered the car, as you can see, we have the short shift knob, and this is a 6-speed manual that comes with this car. And then you obviously have the clutch, the brake, and the gas. And sorry for all the mess. So why do I like this so much? First off, it's super easy to use. Literally pressing the clutch, and that's gonna be another thing we talk about. And then ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't go into 5 or 6 when you're in parking. I don't know why. I think that's because it's a newer car and it's like in the system, but I don't really care about that. What I like is that the clutch is super light on this car. So when I actually drove my friend's car, he has an older car, and I pressed on the clutch, it was super hard. Like compared to this, it was completely different. And here, let me show you guys. It's so light, I can literally my pointer finger and it goes down. It's super soft, and that also helps with like beginner friendly stuff because it's super easy to control too. You have so much technology put into this car that it basically drives for you. Maybe not, but it definitely helps you a ton. So that's the first thing I love about this car, is that it is a 6-speed manual. And now I'll go into the second thing. So now the second thing that I really love about this car and why it's beginner friendly once again is because this car has rev match. So when we get into the car, we have this little display. Make sure you're on home. You're going to go to the right and click on vehicle settings. And then from here, when it loads, you're going to click on driver assist system setup and go all the way down. And as you can see, you have it right here. You got rev match system over here. I have it off because obviously I want to control the car, and that's why I'm saying this car is for everybody, not just beginners. Because if you are already somebody who's, had a manual for a while or drove manual, you don't need rev match. You can control the car more by yourself and have more fun with it. But if you're a beginner, this is something great that will incredibly help you when you're driving. So what it really does is when you click on and you're driving, right? You're driving your car. Let's say you're in 5th gear and you want to downshift to 4th. Instead of you having to, press on the clutch, go down to the 4th, and then press on the gas pedal. You don't have to press on the gas pedal at all, just downshift. So just put in the clutch, put it into 4th, and it'll automatically match your revs. So that's a very cool feature that will help a lot of people when they're new to driving manual, is that it will literally downshift for you. All you gotta do is just shift the gear. It's super easy, and it does everything else for you, and that's seriously great. So that's another thing that I love about this car, is that it has rev match, and anybody can use it whenever they want. It's not like automatically on at all times. It's a mode where you can turn it on or off, and it's super easy to do, as I just showed you. Literally with the press of a button, you can change it, and it changes the whole entire car for you. Alrighty, so let's get into another point of why this is the best manual car for anybody in 2025. So another reason why this is the best manual for anybody is because you get to control the car for yourself. And now obviously you're gonna say, hey bro, that's kind of obvious, which it is because it's a manual, but there's a lot of downsides and upsides to having a manual, and there's like no downsides. I don't know why I said that, but there's a lot of upsides, and I'll be getting into that right now. When you're driving a manual, right, you can be on the highway and it's raining, let's say. That's the scenario you're in. It's raining and you're on the highway, and like you're about to slip and you don't want to hit the brake because then you're gonna, skid and you're gonna fly off somewhere. Instead of that, pro with having a manual is that you can downshift, and that's going to de-accelerate the car, and you don't have to brake. The engine is going to brake for you because you're shifting, you're downshifting, and you're putting all the force on the engine, and it's gonna stop the car for you, or it's gonna slow it down at least. And that's gonna help because it's not gonna make you skid, like as if you were to brake. Some of you may not really understand this, but what I'm just saying is that instead of you braking and the brakes are locking on you and then they're skidding, when you downshift with the engine, the brakes don't lock up. It just slows your car down, and it's a safer way of braking in scenarios like that. So that's one reason why manuals are cool and why you should definitely get one again. So yes, if you have a manual or you want to have a manual, you will be able to control the car yourself. So it's so cool to be able to do whatever you want with your own car. Literally control it. You can rev up to 6,000 RPM, 7,000. If you want to try to go up to 10,000, go ahead. You can do everything. The car is not going to stop you. It's going to do what it can. So this one can actually rev up to, I think, 6,500, close to 7, which obviously I have done. It won't go higher unless I get a tune, or if I like get an ECU tune or whatever. But that'll be later on if I do get something like that. Oh yeah, and also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is a short shifter, which I probably have said, but they are very short and precise shifts when you're shifting in a gearbox. So it's very accurate, it's quick, and it simply just quickly snaps into position, and it's super straightforward to use. And if you would like to, you can always customize this, so you can just do what I'm doing right now. You can unscrew this and watch what happens. This is pretty heavy. It's super durable. This weighs like, I don't know, 3 pounds. Considerably heavy. It's high quality. And yeah, and then I also had this little thing on just so I can, you know, adjust it to my needs. And here, this is what the actual inside of the shifter looks like. It's like a weird shape, I would say. So yeah. You can also customize the gear knob or shift knob, and I guess that's another cool feature about this car. But now I'll be talking to you guys about driving experience with this car. So this car is super cool to drive when you're on curvy roads and even flats. I mean, it has 200 horsepower underneath the hood, right? Stock. However, that 200 horsepower feels like 250 at least. I mean, this car handles phenomenally. I have the stock tires and everything on the car. I think these are all year tires, all season tires, yep. As you can see, Goodyear. They're 19s all around, but I mean, this thing, it really holds and sticks to the ground. When I drove this thing up mountains, going snowboarding and everything, it won't slip out. It's front wheel drive, 200 horsepower, so it's not enough to slip out. I mean, obviously you could if you push it way too hard, but this thing really sticks, and it surprised me when I took it to the mountains. It literally was ideally on the road, and it didn't even make one mistake. Like, this car handled 10 out of 10, exceeded my expectations, and it's seriously really good at handling and just keeping itself on the road. And that's another great feature about this 2024 Honda Civic Si, is that it handles phenomenally. And you may think, why are you talking to us about this? If you're a beginner manual driver, that's also pretty important. You do not want to start with a car that has over 400 horsepower or something that's super strong, and especially as rear wheel drive, because then you can easily slip. I mean, we've seen countless cars slip, a lot of GTRs, Corvettes, even some M3s. But yeah, it may be a little bit pricey, right? However, there's cheaper options. You have the 10th gen SI and the older version SIs. Some of them also have rev match and all of that stuff. You don't specifically have to get a 2024 like I do right here. Thank you, Dad and Mom, for helping me get this car. But, you know, this is definitely a great car to get if you have the money. And I'll get to one more thing, so let me do that right now. When we entered the car, you have 3 little modes you can actually use on the car. So as you can see, we are in normal right now, and by doing that you can just click back and then it'll pop up normal, and it'll tell you right there. Next to your, here, let me zoom in, it'll tell you right there. And then you also have sport, so just click up once, it'll pop up here and over there. And then obviously one more time, you got individual. And this one you can actually customize it for your likings, because sport automatically comes into that it doesn't have engine start stop, and the steering is sport, and then the engine is also sport. So that's sport, right? Everything is made to be sport. Normal, everything is normal. Normal steering, normal engine. Engine start stop is also on, so that can turn on and off, whatever. And then individual, that's where you can customize everything to your likings. And now I'll actually show you guys how to do that. So all you gotta do is literally click up, it's gonna pop up and click customize. And then from here, you can see you have the engine and you have the steering. Simply make it to whatever you want. So it's on normal right now, we can make it sport. And then what that will do is obviously give the engine a little bit more horsepower, and then you're also gonna get engine sounds from here. I don't know, there's like a speaker system or something in this newer cars, but you can hear the engine more when it's in sport. Some people say they have speakers added that like extend the sound of the engine coming into the car. I don't really know. So I guess that's for engine. And then for steering, right now it's, you know, really easy to steer, and then if we put it into sport, it definitely stiffens up. And that's when you can take this car on sharp roads and have some fun with it. So that's another awesome feature about this car. And I always have my car in sport because I do not like my engine shutting off. I don't like that. I want to hear the car. People say it saves gas. I think it kind of messes up the car. I don't think it helps at all. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm not gonna lie, I barely know anything about that. It may be good for us, it may be bad. But I don't like it because I want to hear the car. So yeah, if you want to customize your car, you can have it in sport, normal, and then individual. I also like this a lot. I mean, look at that. Engine, steering wheel, exhaust, all that stuff. That's kind of cool. Little features like that make the car special. And also the seats. You got the SI badges on both seats, so that's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. The red interior, the SI badge that I got customized because the Type R comes with its stock, and this SI does not. The SI and the Type R are the same cars, just this one has a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine and the other one has a 2 liter. So that's like the main difference. But yeah, this car is sweet. Once again, guys, if you want to have a awesome manual that you can afford, I definitely recommend getting this 2024 Honda Civic Si, because there really is a phenomenal car, as you heard me talking about in this video. So yeah, I think that'll conclude today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to like the video, subscribe, leave me a comment on what you want to see next, maybe things I should improve on. And like I was saying, I'll be posting weekly videos, and every day I'll be posting a short. And if you're watching this still, I know you are because you can hear me. I really appreciate you. It means a lot. Seriously, it's going to push this video out even more and grow my channel even more. And another thing you could do is share the video. That would even be more phenomenal. I wouldn't be able to thank you guys enough. But yeah, 10 out of 10 with owning this car for a year and a half. It's done all good things. I have no bad reviews that I can say about this car. It's truly awesome. I'm super thankful I have it. It's the best manual beginner car you can get, in my opinion, in 2025. Even though it's a 2024, it's 2025 now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And with that being said, have a great day. Don't do anything stupid and stay safe. Peace out.